What is going on, everybody? How are y'all doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. Today is it's a good day. Today is Easter as I'm making this video, so I hope you guys all had a great Easter. Hope you guys had a good time with family, friends, whatever you did. Hopefully y'all were safe. But what I did this morning, I actually went out fishing a little bit. Fished some uncharted territories, things I never fished before, a place I never fished before. And it was good, it was fun. But I'm back out here in my normal spot. I love this spot. What can I say? Like, it's just fishing this spot is probably my favorite. It's got to be, because one, it just produces fish, and two, we're doing a little different video. I'm actually going to talk about how to fish for some spring bass, because right now it is spring. I consider this still early spring, which it is. It's still early spring, but we're out here fishing it, normal spot. I've been fishing for the past like several days, just because it produces fish. So I'm not gonna not fish this. I'm just gonna be out here. I'm gonna give out some tips and tricks, because that's what I like to do. I want to get other beginning anglers catching some monster fish. Because I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than coming out, doing some fishing. I just heard a fish jump out over there. They're out, they're biting, that's good. But I'm just gonna go through the rhythm, the movement, everything what you need to do, what you can do. There's multiple ways to fish a finesse jig, a football jig, any type of jig, really. There's so many ways that you can fish this. And right now we're just out here. We're gonna do our best to catch some fish, maybe even catch a monster out here. That'd be really fucking cool. But I hope you guys all had a good Easter, because I know I did. I just got back from family festivities, and now I'm out here fishing. Water looks a little bit gunkier than normal. Interesting. But that's all we're fishing. Little finesse jig. It's like a real light green, then we got a bass swimmer at the end of it. It's like a 2 or 3 inch swimmer. And all we're gonna do with this is we're gonna let it sink to the bottom. We're gonna give it a second. We're just jerking it. And what that's doing is that I'm letting every time I let it sink down, it's hitting the settlement and it stirs it up. So it acts like a wounded fish, insect down at the bottom of the water. And bass usually go for it like this. I've talked about this several times. There's multiple ways you can fish this. You know, there's not a wrong way to fish a jig, you know. You can reel it in like a crankbait, like I did before. But it's really just figuring out what they're hitting, how they're hitting. And I've noticed when the water warms up, they hit a little bit more when you jig them like this. You can do it really violent, let it sit there for a second, do it again. Just keep doing it over and over again. And what's nice about this too is that if they're really hungry and they attack it really hard, by the time I jerk it again, it's already set in their mouth. They've already ran off with it. Oh, that one was on it. Oh, he was on it again. And what's nice about this too is that if they're really hungry and they attack it really hard, by the time I jerk it again, it's already set in their mouth. They've already ran off with it. That's just it though. Oh, yeah, he messed it up. I love fishing with these though. These are probably, I mean, I say it all the time and I'll keep continuing to say it. These right now are probably my favorite lures to fish with, because I've gotten no luck on anything else that I fish with. I fish cranks, I fish jerks, top water even. And what's hitting right now is these jigs. These jig heads, these finesse jigs, football jigs, all that. That's what's hitting right now, and I love it. 1.5 pounds maybe, possibly. But all I did was reeled it in, caught it just like that, caught it off the reel. That thing hit too. I mean, that thing tapped a few times, and all I was doing was reeling it in on that one. I wasn't even jerking it, I wasn't jerking it around. I just reeled it in like a crankbait and boom, it produced. It's perfect right now. Really, if you wanna, for spring fish, a huge advice I have for spring fishing is just finding out where beds are. And usually beds range from a foot of water to like 5 feet of water. It's really just finding out where the beds are. Because once you do that, because right now where I'm at, there's beds probably all streamed around here. And obviously with this water current that's right here, it's perfect. And that's why I come out here and I can produce so many fish. And a lure like this, that's a jig. I mean, that thing sinks all the way down to the bottom. If that thing gets within a yard of their bed, they're immediately attacking. It's not to say that they're hungry for it. It's more of just like, you know, they are hungry for it, don't get me wrong. But they're also just in that attack mode. They're in that stage because they're protecting what's on their bed. Their youngs, their, you know, their babies. This is probably one of my favorite seasons of fish. It's just early spring. Spring fishing in general is probably one of my easiest, probably one of my favorites. Because it's just, you know where the fish are going to be pretty much at all times. If it's a warm day out, they're going to be in the shallows, getting some warmth because the water's warmer in the shallows, and they're going to be behind cover. Throughout the day, they're going to get a little bit out, a little bit deeper. Like right now, they're in a little bit deeper water. You know, they're in about 5 feet of water, if not more. Coming up on banks during the nighttime so they could feed off anything that comes in the water. Because I just had a random tube in my container box. And fish on. Oh yeah, baby, come on. Oh. I'm gonna drag it across. Oh, my goodness. It's a decent one. Not bad. Not bad. That thing did not put up a fight. It was not about it. I can see why. That's probably the smallest one I've caught out here. It's got that in my mouth. But yeah, not bad. Not a bad fish. All right, buddy. There you go. Go in the water. So, I came out here. I gave some tips, some tricks. I'm just gonna end it off with this. If you're trying to fish some early spring right now, some early spring into late spring, I would pick up a finesse jig, a football rig jig, put a little shiner at the end of it, a little swimmer, or a crawdad, or a tube, and either cast out and reel in like a crankbait, or cast out and jerk it, or flip jigging. Either way, you're gonna catch fish, guaranteed. Something's gonna happen. I'm almost guaranteed, like, this is the perfect time to do it, and it's the perfect time to use a finesse jig, just because you can get these bass out of cover, out of their beds, and off spawns, and it's absolutely perfect. I've been slamming fish non-stop out here ever since I came out here. I've slammed fish wherever else I go, really. So, but yeah, anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff. There's a raccoon in front of me. Anyways, I hope you guys hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, share these videos, tell your friends about them. Tell your grandpa, your dad, your aunt, uncle, your brother, sister, grandma. Hell, even Suzanne down the road, tell her about me. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. And it's been Steven, or the Wolfman. Keep on fishing, and I'm out. See ya.